When you talk shit about your plushies as you're making them, this is who you're talking shit about. So I'm newly filming in this spot on my couch. This is like where I crochet. So I'm not like used to filming here. This is kind of a bad spot, I think, for lighting, just with this window behind me, and I don't have curtains here, so trying out a new situation with the filming so that I can film like where I do most of my crocheting. So if it looks terrible, I probably already know, so you probably don't even need to tell me, but nonetheless, welcome to my channel. You'll recognize around me several of the projects from my last few videos. I have like my giant hand pillow here and my Halloween quilt and stuff, and then this is the tapestry that I'm working on. So this is definitely like where I keep a lot of my projects while I'm working on them. And I just started a crochet plushie, which I have not made like a ton of crochet plushies in my day. I'm not like super drawn to them typically. I tend to prefer wearables and home decor over making like amigurumi, but I don't know, it's one of those things that's just like a mood for me more than anything. Like if I'm in the mood to make a tapestry crochet or if I'm in the mood to make a plushie, then I will. Today I am making a basically baby Creature from the Black Lagoon, which is my favorite classic horror monster. I do love horror and spooky things in general. Like, y'all are gonna be sick of me in spooky season, which for me starts in August. So this is like a little precursor to the spooky season with a fun project. Let's make a swamp creature plushie. And I actually did already start. I've probably put, 20 minutes into this or something so far. But I picked up this yarn specifically for this project. This is what I have. I'm about to start row 11, so this is 10 rounds. And it's just like worked in continuous rounds so far. And this Red Heart Super Saver color changing yarn, it's just called Green Tones. This yarn is perfect for like making any kind of fish that's, pond-like, any kind of swampy, pondy type of thing. I feel like this yarn is just perfect. And I feel like Red Heart is pretty good for making plushies because it is like really scratchy and it kind of like grips well, so that's nice. But this is what we have so far. It starts with his head. There's not much more to it. I'm gonna use this Big Twist slime green yarn for the accents on his body. So it'll be like his belly and his like crests and things will be in the slime green. These are the only safety eyes that I have right now, but I want to use them because I already have them. I don't have the packaging that they came in. I think these were one of the ones I was considering for my lounge lizard and didn't go with, but I took them out of the packaging. I'm supposed to have size 24 millimeter and I measured them as best I could. And I don't think that they're 24 millimeter. I think they might be like one size smaller and they're just brown, little brown eyes. I'm hoping that they are okay, like scale wise, but the eyes in the pattern are huge. So I feel like this should work still. I don't know. Thank you so much for joining. This is gonna be like a little bit more of a crochet with me style video. I'll try and update you guys as I go. My dog just let out a huge sigh in the corner and I feel the same way. It's like starting to get a little gloomy. I think we might get a little bit of an afternoon shower, which would be very appropriate for swamp creature life. Shout out to everyone who uses one of the breastfeeding pillows to crochet. I need to sew a new cover for mine because this is giving nursery and not in the way I would hope. I want to sew a new one with like a funny sort of novelty fabric, but these are so good for supporting your elbows. The way that I've been crafting lately has been, I'm sort of working on a bunch of crochet projects, like my tapestry for my husband's birthday and some of the other garments I'm working on, like my mesh top with the crab claw that I showed. I'm still working on those, but it's just like, I don't know, with crochet, I tend to like need to work on things slower, and I take like more breaks as I do it. And anyone that has like repetitive strain injuries or anything relating to hand, you know, arthritis, anything like that will, I'm sure, relate. But you just have to manage how much you're doing your craft, and when you love it so much, you push yourself too hard. And so I'm kind of just learning balance with that. So it's been a little bit harder to like show y'all what I'm crocheting, just because I'm only working on projects for a few hours a week, so I'm not making a ton of progress, which I know is completely realistic. Like, I never want to give the impression that I think that you have to finish projects really fast, because I definitely don't agree with that as like a crafting philosophy. Like, everyone should just go at their own pace and do what works for them. And God, I mean, crafting hurts my body in different ways, and it's really, really important to like manage that. So it's been hard. I haven't like crocheted an entire sweater in like a few days like I used to, which it sounds insane to me now. But I used to just wear myself out by crocheting for so many hours a day. It's been somewhat easier to show you guys like my sewing projects that I'm working on, and sewing is like, I tend to do it more in like a few big chunks and I finish a project, whereas like crochet, it's like a lot of little few minutes here and there working on stuff. Definitely let me know if there are things that you guys prefer seeing. I mean, if you just comment and say you should make X weird thing and I read it and I love the idea, there's a chance that I just make it. So definitely let me know if you want to see more of any specific type of thing. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing some more quilting, and I really want to start making like some more garments and stuff. Like, I got a few patterns printed with PDF plotting. I don't know if anyone has used their service before, but it's just like a printer that I think is based out of like Richmond or something, and they will do like big A0 prints for like sewing patterns and stuff, and you can get a bunch at a time, and it's a little bit cheaper than doing it like at Staples or something. You can also go to like local print places, which I've been exploring too. I got several garment patterns printed. I think like a skirt, pants, and a blouse, like a cool funky top. I want to make some clothes, but I'm not ready to like film it and show you guys, just because I'm still like, I would say like when I film my projects, it's like, you know, a different type of crafting energy than when I'm just working on stuff by myself. You know, there's definitely value in like ugly crafting mode where you're just like, no one's watching, you're just in the zone. Like, that's where I feel like I really learn, is when I'm ugly crafting. I don't know why I call it that, but that's just like, you know, the vibes. You're like holed away in your sewing room, like goblin sewing. I just feel like that is when I make the most strides in my skill. And for the first time making pants and like first time doing a bunch of stuff, I just feel like I should for sure do that off camera. Y'all don't need to see that, I guess. Many projects coming, but I am doing some ugly sewing in the background on my own time, and then all my little crochet projects, which I guess, I mean, why not? Let's do a little tapestry girl project update as well. This is how far I am. I'll show you. This is, if you didn't see my what I made in May recap, I was talking about how I started this tapestry project, which I'll link the pattern below if you're curious, but super fun so far, and it's turning out really, really well. It's tapestry, so of course I'm like, got so many balls of yarn stuck in here. So let me see if I can do this effectively and show you how far we are. Look at her. We've got some lip action happening, and it's really starting to come together. I love it. Once I got to the red was when it really started feeling like it was happening. So I think I'm about a third of the way done. I think maybe like a little bit more than a third. Whew, it's a big one, you guys. It's a big one, but I don't need it for a little while because his birthday is August 6th. And I mean, he knows I'm working on it. We live together, so he's my husband. So it's kind of hard to hide big projects. And I guess while we're talking whips, can I show you guys another funny project I'm working on? This is the project bag for it. My husband's stepmom, so she's like my mother-in-law, She's a dietitian and she like does like lactation consulting and things like that. And she asked me if I would make her crochet breasts to use in her office. So and this is the project bag that I'm using for it, but I have the piece of a breast, but I got a bunch of different, a piece of the breast. Am I okay? I was, by the way, so excited that she asked this. I was like honored. And I thought it was such a weird and cool request. Like, yeah, I'm gonna crochet boobs for you. What? Like, no question at all. So I found a bunch of free patterns, but I ended up buying one. So I guess I'll link that below too. If you're interested or know anyone in your life that does lactation consulting, I think this is such a cool gift. So I have a ton of different skin tone yarns in here and I'm gonna make several, but this is the one that I started with. So that's kind of a fun crochet project that I'm also working on the side. And also extremely simple. Like if you know how to work in the round, you can do that, which I would say actually same for this guy. So that's what I mean. Like I just have all of these little crochet projects in the background and I want to show you guys. And sometimes I think like, oh, maybe I'll film like a crochet vlog where I just like start filming and maybe keep it going until I have like a whole video worth of stuff. And it's just like showing you little updates every day or every few days about what I'm crocheting when I'm not like making big project videos for the stuff. So if you'd be interested in more like crochet vlogs, maybe I could like film project videos, crochet vlogs in the background while I'm filming that stuff like throughout the weeks, and then put maybe like one a month or something like that, or one just every so often whenever I have footage for it. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. I think that could be fun. I love how I said I was gonna like crochet and talk and now I'm just talking and holding my crochet piece. And it's been a minute, so now I'm like, I think I said I was on round 13 and I'm finishing that up now. At this point we have, this is the top of the head. In a few rounds I'm gonna put the eyes on and then finish up the head, and I'll check in with you guys in a little while when hopefully I have a head. But it's coming out a little bit bigger than I thought actually. Probably finish up the head tonight when I'm just like watching TV. But I'm gonna go do a couple of other things, so good time to give my wrist and arm and elbows a break. It says, it tells you in the pattern where to place them, but I'm trying to figure out based on the way that the yarn like striped. Like I'm not obsessed with this giant splotch. I like this side more, so I think I'm gonna make his face like right there. Man, safety eyes stress me out. I hope I'm doing this right. I don't know. I need some plushy folks to sound off. Oh, that did not work. Ow. How do y'all do this? What the fuck? I've never done it with ones this big and it's got this big ass. Oh, maybe it's backwards? Oh, shoot. Okay, I think I had it backwards. What the fuck? I can get it to like bend around like that, but I can't get it to stay on. Oh, there we go. Jesus fucking Christ. Is that on? Okay, I think it's on now. Oh my god, that looks like Kermit from this side. Should I just flip it inside out and make Kermit? Okay, it tells you how many stitches apart. The eyes just matter so much, and it just feels like this early in the project to place the eyes is crazy. This is so hard, like for what reason? I guess so that it doesn't come off. All right, I got it. So I just want to show you guys, there was someone who made this pattern and posted the photo of it in the comments or in like the reviews. And this is the reason why I wanted to make this pattern. I love him so much. And in this one, they put the eyes a little bit closer together. So I aimed towards closer together versus far apart. But it's just funny with this pattern, they all look so different. So I'm very curious to see how mine comes out. I hate it. What is that? What is that? I hate it. I think I'm gonna work on the body now. Let me show you guys where I got last night. I finished the head. It looks crazy. I'm seeing it through, but I'm not seeing the vision. Anyways, I started the body piece last night. We have the beginning of the body and I'm gonna do some decreases soon to make like in the pattern she calls it like a beer belly, which I think is so cute. I might finish up the body this morning while I'm just waking up and getting ready for the day. I might pick up the slime green and do the little belly scales and like the little frillies. Like, you know, that she does crocheting and not knit. Okay, what is going on with this finger? Insane. Okay, I'm supposed to be getting up to do other things with my day, but I just decided to do the belly scales. Oh, that's really cute. I think it's gonna make it look more creature-like. God, I hate it right now. I think it's so ugly right now. So pray for me and this creature that it comes together. This is the current plushie progress. Anyone who makes plushies will know, like, this is what it looks like until it looks like a plushie. So I've made all 4 of the gills that go on his face, and I made the little piece that goes on his forehead, his eyelids, and I made the 2 little pieces that go on his heels, and then I just started making the toes. Guys, I'm still not seeing the vision. What is this cucumber ass? What is this? So let's go make some toes outside and get our day going. The humidity is so bad, it fogged up my camera and it's fogging up my glasses. I'm super surprised how much of this I've actually used. Like, I feel like I haven't even done any of the legs yet and I'm almost like, it's flopping, you know? I really thought that this plushie was like this big, but I think he's like this big. Come here, boy. You wanna say hi? We have a lovely visitor. Thanks for joining. Do you want to sit down? He just got a new collar. He had this black leather collar for a long time, like literally 5 years. And I tried to wash it last night and it just kind of started disintegrating. It was time. So he's got this nice new teal one. This is Morty, by the way. So let me give you an update on how I'm feeling about everything. I am really, really skeptical. I kind of like am having regrets a little bit, and no shade to like this pattern or anything, but the vibe that this is putting off, and I have done it a little bit more and I'll tell you guys what I've done, but I don't know if it's just me, but the style of plushie that's like almost like the bobblehead kind of like Funko Pop vibe. Like when you look at like plushie patterns, like, and if you like this, like no shade, it's just not my favorite thing, but it's just where there's like one big like round head and like basically everything has the same shaped body and then you like stick limbs on it. It's just like not my favorite construction for plushies, I guess. And I know a lot of people like love them, but it's just not my favorite like type of crochet, and that's completely fine. I am committed and I'm gonna finish him, but I'm not convinced that I'm gonna love him in the end. I can see why it's so popular. It's really easy and like the construction is fairly simple. And I will say I do love the Super Saver. Like I think the Red Heart yarn looks really cool. It kind of gives like almost like the way gills look. Speaking of, we have many, many pieces now. So I have both of the eyelid pieces, which look like this, and everything has a long tail because I have to sew it in. Do you have anxiety and make your sewing tails absurdly long, or are you normal? That's what I would like to know, because I literally every time I'm like, an extra foot won't hurt, I just throw it in there. So silly. But I have both eyelid pieces here, the like scaly bits. So this is the piece that goes on the belly. This is what goes in between his eyes. I have 4 gills. So there's a lot of things that are gonna give him more personality. This is the long spike for his back. Apologies for the weird lighting. It's very rainy and dark here and just like overcast every day, so the lighting's been horrible. I have 4 toes, and this pattern has a really different way of doing like the feet, where you make some of the toes first and some of them you crochet as you go, and you like attach these on. So I'm not gonna lie, I've been putting off the feet and legs and arms and hands because that part of the pattern is just like, I don't know, it just like seems like there's a lot of like weird little nuances, and I'm sure it'll be easy. The rest of the pattern has been super easy. Part of me just not seeing maybe the vision for the plushie, I'm kind of like skeptical that I'm gonna like it in the end, so I've lost motivation. This is one of those times where if I wasn't filming, I might not finish this project, if I'm being honest. Like, I hope it comes together because I have like this tiny sliver of hope. I have like a 2% optimism that this could turn out okay. I also have 2 of these little pieces that go on the back of his heel, I think. So I just don't understand why this would be a whole separate piece. Again, super long tail for no reason. Oh, I forgot my favorite one that I was saving for last. The lips. If anything is gonna save this pattern, I think it's the lips. The pattern says to use light pink for the lips, but I went with red. My favorite drawings of the creature are like, and representations of the creature are when he has like big blow up doll rubber lips. Like I think it's so fucking awesome. And I think I'm gonna do them like very frowny. If there's something that can save it, you guys, it's these lips. But this being the body gags me. Like, please tell me someone relates. I hope I'm not like being shady in saying that. I mean, I'm low-key shady, but there was a couple of other creature patterns on Etsy, but I don't know, none were giving. And this one had like some cute review photos. Like the ones from the reviews I thought were really cute. So there was like a little bit of hope. Maybe I'll love him.
I'm a size queen for legs and bodies. It's so here. Were you imagine going back for another version of All Stars?
When I watch it now, I don't know if I could keep up.
What is up, you guys? Today is literally Monday. I flopped on finishing this project last week. This is like the first time that you guys have seen me work on a project on this channel where like I wasn't vibing with the project. So far, everything I've made has been so cool and I'm obsessed with it. At least, I mean, on the channel. Obviously, I've made things in life that I don't love. Nothing's a waste, right? Because we learn valuable skills and information. Like, I don't like making this kind of plushie. That's useful information. Also, this is how much yarn I have left. I'm shocked. Out of that entire skein of red heart, this is all that's left. Let's put this plushie together, you guys, and lay this project to rest. Okay, hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing if I do it flat on the table like this. This is where it's gonna be a make or break type of moment. She does include like instructions about how to assemble everything, but honestly, at this point, I made it. I'm not obsessed. I'm gonna put it together the way that I think will make it as cute to me as possible. I definitely did not use the right type of eyes. So I think the best plan here is just to pin everything and then sew it on as I go, so I kind of know where everything is gonna be situated. Guys, if you think that this plushie is cute, bully me in the comments and tell me, like, stop being mean to my plushie creations. Okay, we're getting a little personality thrown in there. I'm not too mad at that. Okay, this end's hanging off of this now. This is getting fucking out of hand. Guys, that's not too fucking bad. That's looking cuter in my opinion. So, hope? Has hope returned? Okay, not me reading the pattern, and it says that you're supposed to put the head on the body first. So I think that I need to do that now and sew it on before I sew anything else on, I guess. I don't know. Best part about plushies is you can just bury the ends. I kind of love him now. I might love him now. I legit might love him. When when you talk shit about your plushies as you're making them, this is who you're talking shit about. I feel horrible that I talked so much shit about this poor innocent creature. Guys, look. He looks sickly. Okay, am I obsessed with like the body shape and the pattern and all of that? Like, not entirely, but after I sewed all the features on, he does have like quite a bit of personality, and like he's kind of like giving like voodoo doll kind of vibes to me, just like the way he like I apologize for my vibes in this video with this project. I made it through and I love him. This week was slow going. It's very rainy, it's dreary. It's fitting, to be honest. All in all, if you like this pattern, I will say it is extremely beginner friendly. The hardest part is doing like the feet and the hands, but you can definitely do it if you can work in the round with crochet. So if you're interested in making them, like, I'll link the pattern below and check it out if you like. I actually do enjoy the final product, so I mean, there you have it. It came out better than I was expecting. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys, and if you stuck around to the end despite my attitude, then thank you so much. Please like this video, subscribe if you want to hang around and see what we make next. Give this video a like to show support for my abused baby swamp creature. Anyways, you guys, I will catch up with you in the next video and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Bye!